Watch and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I am coming to you from a location that I filmed a bunch of videos last summer. I did a couple of Misfits records inside of the house that you can't see here that is now completely boarded up. Behind me here was a business. It's a little bit over that way. I did a bunch of Bad Religions in there. I did How Could Hell Be Any Worse? I did No Substance. I did The Descent of Man. That business is gone and it's completely torn down. And I'll put the links up. I think I did Taylor Swift's Folklore here as well. But unfortunately, this place is gone. So it was cool that I got in there when I did because there's nothing now. There's just, as you can see, as when I attempt to turn this, where the caterpillar is, that's exactly where the business was that I filmed. The Taylor Swift and the Bad Religions. I did Against the Grain and No Control outside, I think. But anyways, the reason that I decided to come back here was because the place has been completely torn down. I'll put links up in the description, of course, to all of the videos that I've done here, in addition to the video that I took for another channel that I have where I record the changes that occur in my town of Curtis. I'll put that video up too because inside of the business or garage or whatever the fuck it was kind of cool in there. But anyways, tonight, I am here discussing Hank 3's Bar Ranch Cattle Callin. Now, whereas this is a very cool record, this is incredibly fun. It's a really unique idea to take like some incredibly talented auctioneers and to put those vocals up against some of like Hank 3's patented punk metal. Well, shouldn't say punk. This is more just straight metal on this record. So putting the auctioneers who are wow, can they talk fast, up against fast music, it works, and it's incredibly fun, at least to a point, but I think overall, you know what, I think I'll get a light going. There you go. It's incredibly fun, but as far as being something that I find myself going back to and listening again and again to, this just doesn't happen. The first few tracks are my favorite. It seems like the auctioneering seems to work in cooperation with the music the best for the first handful of tracks, whereas once the midpoint hits, as well as the second half of the album, and maybe it's me, maybe I just started to lose interest in the whole idea because it kind of started to get to me. Because there's an element of Philip Glass's Einstein on the Beach at play here. A lot of people aren't going to be able to listen to cattle auctioneers rapping off as fast as they can against like thrashy, fast-paced, metal-based music. It's a cool idea, and like I said, it's fun, and I do like the first few tracks, but the Einstein on the Beach aspect kicks in and it starts to drive you crazy after a while. So this would be one of those records from Hank 3 that I find myself never listening to, just because it's a little too clever. Maybe it's too clever for its own good. And whereas I can appreciate that, and I like how unique this album is, and I really do like the music, and I do like how the auctioneering does sync up really well at times with the music, I just don't find myself ever repeating anything from this. I'm like, you know, I'm somewhere and I don't find myself rapping off some auctioneer talking about how much they wanted for this particular chunk of cattle. You know, I don't find myself going ever. You know, going once, going twice, going to, no, I just don't see myself. I've never caught myself doing that once. So that's kind of a problem, because if you don't have the ability to sort of sing the lyrics after you've heard the record a bunch, how can it stay with you? And yeah, so. And then you toss in the Einstein on the Beach craziness factor, and this record is probably going to be mostly a miss. I think it's great. I love the artwork. I love how independent everything Hank 3 does is. And I do love how clever this is, but it's just not something I find myself ever listening to. So, yeah. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for nearly 5 minutes while I discussed Hank 3's Bar Ranch Cattle Callin. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, but most importantly, don't forget that the world is a better place because you are in it, and I appreciate all of you somehow making it till the end of this video. I'm gonna go. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.